hello. I'm sitting here at a parking lot with my seatbelt on. I don't really need that on. But for all you who are worried about me driving around, don't need to worry anymore. I'm going to start doing sitting still in the car. So I am looking out, if you can visualize this. I've got a U-turn area where the buses come in and drop off students. And then I bring my grandsons here to school. They're going together at the same school this year, so they're very excited. It's a wonderful school. I like their mission. I like their purpose. So far, all the teachers I've met are extraordinary, happy people, almost as awesome as Kashmir. Almost. Anyway, I'm just glad to be here. It's a new transition, and I'm loving the transition. It's a change for me, but it's a good change, and it's been really great to learn how to weave in my business and the Grow Rich masterminds that I get to be an harmonic engineer for, and watch my my daughter-in-law's cousin has a beautiful little girl that needed some watching here and there, and that's been great too. I don't mind being around children at all. You get to have fun, you get to learn, you get to eat, and you get to have fun again. So it's a good deal. You even get an occasional nap. So you just can't beat that. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because it's Motivational Money Monday. The Grow Rich Mastermind's on every day. Today is Magical Monday with Booker Williams III. He's amazing. We call him Booker the Freedom Cooker. And every day when we come together, the goal is to strive to develop a mindset, a prosperity mindset, or a prosperity conscience, so that we think and act as wealthy people would think and act, because they do think and act different than those that are not wealthy. And so I thought, you know what, from here on out, I'm going to take Mondays. I have all these things I study, and I could get scattered, and I could go every which way. And I don't know if anyone else has that experience, but there's so much I want to learn. I love to learn. And so I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to do it, and I've decided I'm not going to keep wondering if it's going to work. I'm just going to do it. And Mondays are going to be the Money Monday. And so I'm thinking about the books that I've read, and so today I was thinking about Robert Kiyosaki. Well, he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He wrote Fake. He wrote Your Quadrants. He also wrote one with President Trump. Before he was president, he wrote one called Why We Want You to Be Wealthy. And I love it because both he and Kiyosaki said if every single family in the United States of America learned how to think and act with a prosperity conscience, learned how to become wealthy and became wealthy, it would change the economics of our country completely. We would be on the top of the world for everything. If you have the wealth you desire, but you have wealth consciousness, so that you have conscience, that you have freedom too, imagine what is the number one best thing you would want to do. Is it to spend more time with your family? Is it to travel? Is it to maybe start an organization, a nonprofit, or go and volunteer in those nonprofits that really you're passionate about? Those kinds of things come to mind. I have these ideas in my mind about things I'd like to see happen. I would love to see every single school across the nation become an edible school. In other words, they grow and manage and cook and do all their food within the confines of that school district. The children are learning the agriculture, they're learning business skills, they're learning math skills, they're learning science, they're learning social skills, they're learning life skills of cooking and cleaning. Like these kids in the school that I envision not only learn about what they're growing and all of that, but they also learn in the process about themselves. And they also clean up after themselves. So there are no cooks. There are no cooks in the kitchen. I guess there has to be one, like a supervising adult, maybe two. That might even work better, right? But you've got the kids they're just guiding, and the kids are doing all the cooking. They're doing all the cleanup. All the kids that eat, they clean up after themselves, and they do it in a way that They can organize and make happen. Sounds crazy, and some things are more chaotic and more messy beforehand than when you get them organized and going in a flow. But that's what I see. Anyway, I've gone off again on another tangent. Money Monday. So I'm thinking about the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and what he says a lot in there. You hear him say it over and over, that rich people don't work for their money, but their money works for them. So they find ways, like I think of our motivational, every Friday we speak the Freedom Crusaders Manifesto, and there's a line in there that says, let's see, oh my goodness, I drew a blank. Basically what it says is I'm going to save money, I'm going to eliminate debt, and I'm going to buy income producing assets. So I'm going to buy something like Jim Rohn said. If you're going to buy a bike as a kid, buy a second bike and rent that second bike out, and you'll make money in the process. That becomes an income producing asset that pays for the bike that you're riding. So, that's what we're talking about, is income producing assets. We're also talking about residual. We're talking about smart, passive income. Income that comes in whether you're awake or asleep. That's by using those systems. And I want to go into that more on Mondays, how helpful that is. So when we save money and we eliminate debt and we buy income producing assets, we can live in that way. So that's what I'm thinking about today as far as money goes. If you've read a book that has really good ideas and really shares the how to save money, eliminate debt, and buy income producing assets, I absolutely would love to see that in the comment. Write the title of the book that you've read that changed your life, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad changed my life. I started my kids with like sticker machines, and then later Jeffrey started a pet sitting and made some good money there for himself, and then they'd had a lawn care business, he and his brothers for a while. And so that really shifted my world, and it continues to shift it as I realize that there's ways to make that residual income. Also, about eliminating debt, I'm excited to say that I'm completely out of debt. That's pretty exciting, because at one time I was way over, close to $100,000 in debt. But for sure, conservatively, I can say that $48,000 of debt that I had is completely gone. That feels really good. It feels like a great place to be, because you find that you can live on a lot less and you can give a lot more. So with that, as far as eliminating debt goes, I highly recommend Mike Hobbs. He's got a whole YouTube channel on that. I'll go ahead and put the link. I guess I can't put the link in here. So maybe if you're interested in knowing more about that, let me know and I'll give you the link. Message me and I'll give you the link. And also I invite you again to come and join us in the Grow Rich Mastermind each morning. Tomorrow morning, the dance floor is open with Rita Joy, and she is not just an extraordinary person and a loving person. She is the example. She fits the description of love in motion, and you just see her and you feel love. She exudes it, and everywhere she goes, you see her and you can't help but smile and feel better about yourself. So come and join us on the Grow Rich Mastermind. If you're interested, you can put a thumbs up, and I'll probably put the little picture. I'll put the image in the comments below. So with that, I'm going to go now, and I'll talk to you again next time. Bye for now.